International. My name is Raphael,
And my name's Jeremy.
and today we're going to talk about the Super Bowl and who won and what type of repercussions and technicalities that will entail.
So basically, why are Philly fans so insane after they win something? So to top it off, Eagles won the Super Bowl, as you've seen. If you were into that or not. If that was your team, congratulations. If that wasn't, better luck next time. Sucks to be you. Um, to be fair, that wasn't our teams either. But I do support Saquon. Though. I do support his hustle, his grind. Ever since I'm a Giants fan, so ever since he was in the Giants, did him dirty, by the way. But anyways, so Philly won the Super Bowl, as we saw, and after that, there was aftermath in the Philadelphia streets with people climbing on poles, taking over garbage trucks, starting fires, and just
The list goes on.
just being Gotham essentially. So, what are your takes on that?
What are my takes on that? I think the funniest thing that I've seen during like this whole Super Bowl stretch of the partying and the celebration, like the police department or whoever it was who did this, the city of Philadelphia had to grease the poles so nobody can climb the poles as they did 2 years prior when they won the Super Bowl.
Which is insane. That is actually insane.
That's what I'm trying to find out. Like it's cold. It's cold out there. Like what if you catch a cramp trying to climb the pole or whatever?
To be fair, the first time I'll give them passing when they won in 2018, just because it was their first Super Bowl like ever.
Did you just hear what you said?
I said
give them a pass.
I give them one pass for 2018 because that was the first time in history that the Phillies won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's crazy for real.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
Jesus, those
they get a
fans
freebie.
are going through it.
Even though I think it was stupid, they do get a freebie because I understand everyone's hype. I don't get a freebie on riots and stuff, but I understand people flooding the streets.
He's the one. He's
the
one who caused
No, I'm not a liability. I'm not a liability. But
I think you are. But anyway, I digress.
But like, it was more understandable that it's just like, okay, everyone's hype, everyone's proud. I don't co-sign people starting arson and looting and just destroying everything. But like, I understand the passion because Philly fans, as we see, are passionate.
They do have a lot of passion.
They're so passionate they have a statue of a fictional character in their city hall. They have. You know who is?
Don't put me on the spot like that. You talking about Rocky? Rocky Balboa, yeah.
What other city in America has an actual statue, not a prop, but just an actual statue glorifying a fictional character?
That's legendary, though. I'm not gonna lie, because
Rocky's an icon.
Who doesn't love Rocky Balboa? I mean, like his movies, like I watched every single one. Like that dude could act, and like it's almost become so real. So like I understand Philly putting a statue up of him,
but like that just shows you how insane they are. They're just like, all right, like let's celebrate because our team won, and by celebrate I mean just commit acts of terror.
Where's No, I want to go back to like this whole like fictional character.
Still on that.
Captain America. Where was the movie shot? It was New York City.
Yeah.
So that would be the same equivalent as us having.
Like, but do you see people having a statue of Captain America, Steve Rogers?
That is insane. I'm not gonna
like. Do you see Captain America with the shield outside of like City Hall in New York? Like,
I would listen. That would be dope as hell though. If they did that. That would be sick. I'm not against it, but anyways, you were saying.
Yeah, but you come at me. I mean, I'm not. What I said was kind of crazy.
No, because this dude would really climb the poles. Like, he would need, like, yeah.
I'm not climbing the pole.
Get him an ankle monitor or something.
Nah, chill. But
Anvil.
Chill on that. But what I will say is that I do respect their passion for their city because, you got to have some type of pride in where you're from. So I do respect that. Like, it's especially when you win, like when you all come together in unison with no divides, just like everyone's in one support, like their team or whatever that may be. I do like to see that when people take pride in where they're from.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I mean, I think being from New York, like you definitely see that. I mean, everywhere you go, fans or not, you'll see a Yankees hat, you'll see like the Knicks coat, bomber jacket. Or varsity jacket,
or like a New York rim.
We definitely do like to represent where we're from. Like we're passionate about our sports as well. We have the Rangers, like Knicks, Giants. Like we have all sorts of teams. And if you're a Jets fan, then sorry I didn't mention you, but there's a reason. But yeah, so I don't know. It's great to have like a lot of confidence in where you come from, or love from where you come from.
Yeah, but it gets to a point when that love becomes destructive.
No, yes. So my question to you, right?
Yep.
Obviously we saw the aftermath of the Super Bowl and how the Eagles celebrated and started, kind of wilding out a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you think if New York was to win a Super Bowl or to win the NBA championship or the World Cup?
No. The World Series.
World Series,
Yeah.
right? Do you think we would be maybe as destructive, or how do you think New York would celebrate?
Hmm. I think like that depends. Like it really depends the sport. But I feel like for basketball it wouldn't be as crazy, and I feel like for baseball it'd be buck wild. I mean, you remember that time when the Yankees? I forgot who they played in October for the World Series, but it was the Yankees versus LA Dodgers,
Okay.
and everyone's going crazy about that. And I saw everyone posting about it. I'm thinking if Yankees won that night, it would have been like all out. I don't think it would be riots per se, but you wouldn't not hear about it.
Oh no,
Everywhere.
for a fact.
Yeah.
What?
Like you would probably be hearing that outside your window at night, people screaming, people hollering, just people just getting passionate. Like I don't think it'd be. I think it'd be a lot going on, but I don't think it'd be destructive.
I actually agree with that take.
Yeah.
I don't think like New York's like. I know it's New York, Zoo York. We're known to be pretty wild, crazy. Um, I don't know if you guys have ever seen like the subway, but there's a lot of crazy stories that happens there. But yeah, I don't think like we're as like a hometown or I don't think we're destructive
Yeah, I
per
think.
se. Like we may be a little aggressive in how we talk or approach people, but that's really about it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it really depends the sport per se, and it really depends like our demeanor is not the same either. Like I don't know, Philly's just a rough place.
Says a rough.
I mean, New York's rough, but like Philly, I mean, Philly's rough. I mean, you see some of them parts.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, to each his own. Because every place in the world is gonna have their good parts and bad parts. Even in
True.
super nice places, they're gonna have their bad parts. So you can't just like say, you can't just say that.
Nah, but like it just shows perseverance because like New York's kind of the same way, but like Philly got some bad parts. Like it just and everybody can come together in unison, celebrate. Then that's a good feeling. But maybe it's just a different type of upbringing compared in like
You think it's a different type of upbringing?
upbringing, not upbringing, but like we carry ourselves a certain type of way in New York compared to Philly. I feel like every state does.
I think so too. I mean, New York is definitely like known to like people know when they come across a New Yorker.
Yeah, like we talk fast.
It's the
get
cadence,
to the point.
Get to the point. Walk fast. Everything fast.
A little underlying tones of aggression.
Stuff like that. Like the way there's a funny thing. Like even the way that New Yorkers flirt, it's like so upfront and like funny. And other people are just like, whoa, like that's so aggressive. Like, why are they?
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
they're like, yo, I'm feeling you.
not even that smooth. It's more so like, they would just like say what they have to say, and like that's it. Or they will like roast you, violate you, and that's like their way of flirting. So like making fun of you, poking, like stuff like that.
They bully you in New York.
They will bully you to try to get your note. Yeah, it's stuff like that. But I don't know.
And they'll bully you in general. Like, yo, you ever got bullied for using an umbrella?
Oh, that's the craziest thing too. Cause listen, as a young man, like you're supposed to be prepared for like anything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that I use umbrellas, but I'm also not saying that I don't use umbrellas.
I mean, it could be torrential downpour. We're talking about like Category 3 hurricane pouring, and people still flame you for using an umbrella. They'd be like, yo, he really using an umbrella? Like, yo, how old is he?
Call you a softie?
Yeah.
Stuff, man.
Like New York is like one for that, but I don't think we want to be like, all right, we won something, we're celebrating, let's burn down the buildings.
Something like that. But I mean, listen, they were having their fun.
But like fun, like have you guys ever seen the end of the 2019 Joker movie? After everything's said and done, I'm not gonna spoil it. There's something similar that happened that literally, if you put what happened after the Super Bowl and at the end of Joker, you put them side by side, it looks almost identical. Like we got the fires, we got
because I know what you're talking
over.
about.
Exactly.
So like, you're not wrong. You are not
All
wrong.
you're missing is clown makeup. That's all you're missing.
And like the main culprit.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, the main culprit was Jalen Hurts.
No.
He didn't start it, but like
he wouldn't partake in that stuff though.
No, he was. No, I would say like metaphorically. I mean, like he led them to the win.
No, he did.
Or Saquon.
Saquon didn't even have like. He had a good game, but it wasn't like when they're getting to the fight. It wasn't that kind of game. Like where he had 3 rushing touchdowns. That was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, damn near ran like the whole field, like couple like that was wild. But I don't know if it would be Jalen Hurts. Like
nah.
I get what you're saying.
I know.
Like,
it was just like
he's like how old is he?
26.
Yeah, he moves like a 42-year-old. So
also.
No, he is an old soul, but like I think it's because of his upbringing.
Yeah.
Like I think his dad may have been like the coach of him like all his life. So like his dad taught him to like not be too high on the highs and then not too low on the lows. Like kind of got like immediate training from that, like learning how to be responsible, disciplined, the whole thing. And Jalen Hurts is a product of that upbringing. So that's my take on it. I don't know. Like
I mean, he's a good player, you know. Seems like he has a good head on his shoulders for a guy such like he's only a couple years older than us, which is kind of crazy.
That is insane. How old is he? You said
26.
26?
Maybe 26.
Nah, he got some years on us. Don't age me too much.
But he's still Gen Z though.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's still in our generation, which is insane. Because I would think looking at him, I thought he was like 40. I thought he was like mid 30s, 40s. Like, no, I might be dragging a little bit. Just a
little,
but
this man does not speak Spanish. God, was so. Oh my goodness.
Nah, but like looking at him, you think I would just do like 35? Like I'm standing on that. I'm down on that.
He does not look 30. All right,
I'm standing on that hill.
If you guys, how old do you think Jalen Hurts looks? Because he's saying that Jalen Hurts looks like an old man for real. I'm just saying he's an old soul that he like moves or carries himself older. He says Jalen Hurts looks old. Do you guys think he looks old? I don't. I think he looks like he could be maybe like 26, 27, like in that range.
You're telling me this guy right here, he looks like he's like 30, bro.
You think he?
You're telling me this guy, I'm gonna have to zoom in, looks like he's a 26-year-old man?
Jeremy.
Bro, he looks like he's pushing 35, 36.
Jeremy, what do you think that makes you look like you're pushing?
Like 19.
You got it. Anyways, guys.
Like, that's, like, ain't no way. He's an old soul for real.
Nah,
but shout out him.
He is. But, I mean, how many of you guys are going for, like, the Kansas City Chiefs? Like, I know a lot of people that were voting for them. But, like, in my opinion, like, I like Brady. And I saw him commentating, and I just something in my body was like Brady wouldn't like if Mahomes won. So I was kind of just like, I don't know if like I'm ready for someone else to be the GOAT as opposed to Brady.
Because then it'd be like, because I saw a conversation before like, Mahomes might be the GOAT. If he wins this, he might be the GOAT.
It's never been done.
Yeah,
three-peat has never been done in football.
Yeah.
So that would have been it would have been cool to see history, but at the same time too, like I like Mahomes, but he always beats my favorite teams. Like honestly, in all honesty, I was going for the Ravens this whole season.
Oh, Lamar.
Yeah, and then when they got out, I was like, jeez. Then I was like, you know what? Cause Saquon's from New York, and I loved him on the Giants. I was like, you know what? I'll back them.
Yeah.
So that's all it was.
I feel like also too. And opposed to like being an athlete, there's a lot of risk of being like injured and just like, especially football. Like I was watching the plays and I was just like, wow, like some of these hits are just nasty. I'm like, wow.
And you would hear it too. Like I mean, granted, some of like the NFL players are mic'd up and stuff, which is fun and cool. But some of those hits is just like for the average person, you would look at it and be like, wow, that person's got to be dead. Like it's insane. Like the punt returners, kick
Yeah.
returners. When you get sacked as a QB and those big 400-pound men.
I saw a video and it asked NFL players, "Oh, do you think the average person can get 1 yard in the NFL?"
1 yard?
I feel like people could.
I think no. I think if you have like an athletic background, you could definitely get 1 yard.
But that's not the average person. We're talking about they're talking about an athletic background, works out moderately, and it's just like goes home, goes to work 9 to 5. Like
they work out moderately.
That's average. Like, dude, you're talking about 3 days a week.
Some people don't work out.
All right, so we're talking about baseline. What's the average man?
Baseline
5'9", 190 pounds.
You think that's average?
That's average.
You think so?
Not
5'9", 180 pounds. I think it's probably at least heavier than that.
I think it's 190.
190.
5'9", 190.
You said 180.
That's not. I swear to God, I said 190.
No, play the tape.
No, I'm not throwing that back. But yeah, the average man is 190.
Hey,
hold on. Let's just make sure.
I don't think they could get a yard because like the average person probably doesn't have the hand-eye coordination. If I'm being honest, I have an athletic background. He has an athletic background. I've seen people who don't have athletic backgrounds. A lot of them can't catch. A lot of them don't have any type of coordination.
Ooh, okay.
And in an NFL game, like where you have 400-pound people moving like sprinters, or DBs and stuff like that, they're not getting a yard. A yard's a far. It's a far trek.
Also, too, it went up. It's 199, so 200 pounds for the average man. I thought it was less.
That's crazy. I mean, like I feel like a healthy weight, like whenever you get like a physical, whatever from the doctors, like I think a healthy weight for like a 5'9" male, it's probably like to not be like overweight is probably, what would you say, like 170 if like you're healthy,
like 170
healthy
170 if you like don't work out, whatever. If you do, I would say 185, just because like muscle adds weight.
Yeah, muscle does add weight.
But like I think these facts, that's another thing about these facts though, just fun fact with the when it comes to weight, if you have muscle on yourself or your body, the BMI is going to say you're overweight because of the factor of the muscle.
Yeah.
Even though you might be 200 pounds, let's say you're 8, 200 pounds, 210, but like you're 13% body fat, they'll still say you're overweight and unhealthy.
Yeah, 13% body fat. That's a strong person right there. That's a lot of muscle mass.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So yeah, I get what you're saying.
But that was just a little fun fact. But going back to the main topic, if we're talking about 5'9", 200 pounds, not like an athlete, so it's not 200 pounds of muscle. It's like a little bit of muscle because everyone has it. And then like we got the average amount of fat on a person, the average amount of whatever. I don't think they get in the past. Because if you're talking about, like you said, we got 300, 400 pound D linemen running like 4.6s, 4.7s, coming right at you. Like that's crazy.
The dude would be like 6'5", just moving like that. Like that's not normal.
They 6'5", 310.
Nah, so I'll get sidetracked now. There was this dude had to be over 350 pounds. Talking about he can do a backflip. I think he was an ex-NFL player or whatever it was. There was a video. He did he busted out a backflip. Like I'm talking about cartwheeling the backflip at like 350 plus pounds. That just goes to show you how athletic these people are. Like that's not normal. So I don't think the average person can do that.
Yeah, I think it depends. Also, too, they said depends the line. If they have the Phillies line, their old line, they probably could.
Oh yeah, the Phillies. They've been cooking.
But I don't think the average person can score a touchdown.
But all right, let's get back on track though. I think when these players like get hit so hard or whatever, like I actually just learned this. I didn't know that they'd be filing for workers' compensation. Did you know that?
No, I didn't think they had anything like that.
Right?
I thought when you think of that like NFL, NBA, you think like, oh, it's like it's a job, but like you think of it like kind of like, you don't think entertainment and you think, oh, like they still get the same benefits, like oh, they get insurance benefits like regular job like us. Like you would think like, oh, like they probably pay that on their own, like, but I never would think they'd get workers' comp.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I mean, that is it's good for them, but like, I mean, some of those injuries, like, you just rather not. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
especially in the NBA because those boys be getting hurt all the time.
Like, we're talking about the Kevin Ware,
Yeah.
Paul George type. Like that's like a freak. That's like a freak accident. Derrick Rose too. Why are you laughing? Nah, so you ain't got no heart. Because Derrick Rose, man, that dude's going to the Hall of Fame.
He already is, I think.
He is.
I think he's in the.
He got expedited.
Yeah, I believe so.
I love D Rose. D Rose is like that.
This might be an off-screen thing, but just fun fact.
Yeah, I mean, I think he got his jersey retired.
Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah, he's not in the Hall of Fame.
That's what it was. He got his jersey retired, but I think since he was like the youngest MVP ever, I think it was.
Yeah.
He'll definitely get his jersey retired. Like, he did so much for Chicago. Everyone loves him there, and I feel like the NBA is easier to like make it to the Hall of Fame, but
yeah,
he deserves it. He's one of those people who deserves it
for sure. But with that, any closing statements you want to make about Philly, or you want to anything you want to mention?
Stay away from those grease poles.
Totally, 100%.
Don't be safe when you're celebrating. If you're from Philadelphia, be safe. Like, we like you guys. We have no beef against you guys. In sports, maybe a little different, but personally, I like Philly. So what do you have to say?
I like Philly too. Please, if you guys want another Super Bowl, please don't cause property damage. That's just not good for anyone. Not good for you, especially all in town, all in the city, whatnot. Please don't just be destructive. All right. Yeah. But that's been today's episode. My name's been Jeremy.
And my name is Raphael.
And this podcast has been brought to you by ASC International. Rich Channels Podcast, signing up.
Signing out.